Hello everyone, I'm Kristine and you are joining me on my year of yoga journey as we bring our hands to heart center, setting an intention for our practice today. And then raising our arms above our head, stretching as tall as we can before twisting the upper body around to the left. Right hand on left knee, inhaling and then twisting around to the right on the exhale. Left hand on right knee, inhaling, exhaling as we twist. Inhaling, exhaling. And do this one more time each side. Feeling the stretch along the muscles down the spine. Back to the middle. And then we're just going to do a U shape with our head so that we stretch our neck from side to side. Just really slow and controlled. You might find you've got a few sore spots or tight spots. Just making sure we're not forcing the neck in any way. And then interlacing the fingers, palms facing the body, pulling the shoulders away from the body, feeling this beautiful stretch along the upper part of the back, shoulder blades, the scapulars, and then lifting tall, lifting the body up as high as you can, and then gently releasing. Coming into tabletop position now, running through our cat-cow, so dropping the chest and stomach towards the floor, head back, and then exhaling into cat pose, curving the spine towards the sky. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Taking our gaze between our legs, last one. Turning our hands so that our fingers are facing the knees and then leaning back slightly so we get this beautiful stretch up the front of the forearm and the wrists. Left hand to the sky now, threading it through and underneath the body. Inhaling as we take it high again. Exhaling as we take it under. One more time. And then on the third time, we're going to leave the left cheek on the mat, taking the right arm long. Just feeling that stretch down the side of the body, maybe in the arms as well. And then gently pressing up. We're going to take the right hand high now. And on the exhale, threading it through underneath the other side. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. And then leaving the right cheek on the mat, walking the left arm long. Pressing up. And then walking the hands forward, coming into puppy dog pose. Hips are high, above the knees. Our head is gently resting on the mat. And then sitting back into child's pose. Knees are on the outside of the mat. Sitting on our heels. Arms are resting beside our head. My back was quite stiff this morning, so this was a little bit painful for me to be in this pose, but I could feel it loosening up a little bit. And sitting tall, taking our left leg forward. I knew that I had to unlock the hips a little bit. So we're going into this low lunge, and then we're going to use the right hand to grab our right foot and pull it towards the bottom. Left arm towards the sky. Feeling that beautiful stretch down the front of the right leg. And then gently releasing, framing the front foot, and then walking it out to the outside of the mat and putting it on a 45-degree angle. And if your body wants to and will allow you to, you can come down on your forearms here. But this stretch was enough for me today. Staying up on my hands. Walking the foot back to the center. Taking the pelvis towards the mat one more time. And then coming back into child's pose. And this second child's pose felt a lot better for me as I sort of started to unlock that lower back and around the hip area. And we're going to do it all again on the other side. So pressing up, taking the right leg forward this time. Leaning on that front leg. And then using the left arm to grab the left foot, pulling it in towards the body. Right arm going high. And felt so nice having the warmth of the morning sun showering me in its light this morning. As we release that leg and then walk the right foot to the outside of the mat, putting it out on an angle and then really leaning into this stretch. Seeing if you can go a little bit deeper here. And then coming back into child's pose. And I felt so much better. Breathing deeply. Leaning back now on your knees bent, and then we're going to push the hips forward so that the bottom raises off the heels. You might feel this stretch down the arms. And then coming onto our right side, pressing down through the right elbow and right knee, squeezing the glutes as tight as you can at the back, and making sure we're in a nice line from the head to the knees, nice and straight. I'm going to swivel over to the other side, pressing down through the left elbow and left knee. Again, really embracing the core and the glutes in this. And this is a great lower back exercise. Coming onto our bottom now, and then leaning back, right ankle on left knee, reverse pigeon. So we interlace the fingers behind the left leg and pull that leg towards the body as we guide the right knee away from the head. release that leg straight into the other side. So left ankle on right knee. Pulling that leg towards the body. Coming into bridge pose now, pushing the hips towards the sky, squeezing the glutes, lifting as high as you can. And then gently releasing, hugging the knees in, maybe taking the head to the knees, curling up in this nice little ball. And then we're going to come into an inversion, so taking the legs high and supporting them with the hands on the lower back and hips. And then gently lower the legs and start to bend them so that the knees come either side of the head. And we want to try and get the feet to the floor. But as you can see here, I am a long way from the floor. This is how tight my back was this morning and over the last couple of days. Normally I can touch that floor quite comfortably. So this just shows you've got to go with your body. It's always sending you signals and messages. So you have to listen to it sometimes and not push it past its limits. We're going to roll out of this and then take our legs high again. And then we're going to come back down and see if we can get a little bit closer to the floor. So when you're ready, just bringing the feet back up towards the sky. Inhaling deeply and then exhaling as we start to bring the legs down beside the head again. Maybe using the hands to push the lower back a little bit closer towards the feet. I think I'm a little bit closer, still a long way off. And then bringing the legs high again. And slowly come out of this pose, supporting the legs, hugging the knees in towards the chest one more time. And taking the feet wide and letting the knees fall into the center. Or if you want to, you can take the legs long. We're only going to be here for a minute or two. So start to shallow the breath, clear the mind. Tune into your inner being. And maybe ask source energy, God, whatever you believe, the universe, maybe ask it a question this morning or today. What's something you would love to know? Or where would you like some guidance in your life right now? And then gently curling up into a ball, sitting up. And then closing down the eyes as we take a couple of deep breaths and then bringing the hands together at our third eye, repeating after me, may I have kind and loving thoughts today. As we lower our hands to our lips, may I have kind and loving words today. As I lower my hands to my heart, may I have kind and loving intentions today. Beautiful practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Namaste.